Hey ISEC, how are you doing? I hope you're well. I hope you're enjoying IC. I definitely miss IC. I think it's one of the coolest conferences ISEC organizes, and also one of the most powerful ones ISEC organizes. So hope you're taking the best out of it, and I'm watching you online in the virtual space. Your ISEC International team asked us to speak a bit about what ISEC 2010 meant for myself and for my generation in 2007-2008, and as I was thinking about this question, I remembered how we felt when we started our term, and we realized we're not ISEC in 2005, and therefore we're not going to create a new vision. We're not ISEC in 2006, so we're not going to work with pioneering different tools and methodologies and platforms that will drive a certain direction. But we were ISEC in 2007-2008, so the question mark was, what are we about? How do we relate to ISEC 2010, and what's the kind of piece of the puzzle we need to contribute in the flow of the years? And first of all, we asked ourselves, what does ISEC 2010 mean to us, and does it really mean what it meant for Brody generations and Day generation and so on and so forth? And when we looked at what ISEC 2010 meant and the kind of stories it represented, we looked also in the organization at that point and asked, are those stories still happening? Are more of them happening? And if there are more of them happening, how does the organization feel because that's so? And when we looked at that, we actually realized, yes, there were more of those very powerful stories that were, on the ground with the people, and we had a massive session at IC where we were sharing the stories happening in the organization then. And we really felt that's the right way to go about it, and that's the right direction, and we love it. And, it's happening more often, so it's definitely an important element for ISEC. And the foundation was correct. But what we realized is it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough often happening. It wasn't, there weren't enough members in the organization. There weren't enough results to really say that we're an organization that found each other, that is with each other, that all of us are working together to achieve something fantastic. So what we said is, as an organization, we don't want to leave this organization without having, fully said, we set for a vision, we put the foundation, and we made it happen. And we definitely had a big passion for making it happen and setting up the engine towards ISEC 2010's achievement, and not only creation or the foundation, but rather the achievement of the vision. That's what the legacy of my year and our generation, which I hope some of you are still there and still doing a good job, was about. As such, with this achievement orientation in our minds, we also realized the other important element of that achievement is that it should happen with every person, with every entity, everywhere in ISEC. And that in order for that to happen, we need to be together. And we need to understand what ISEC 2010 in the way that is helpful to bring us together and to put our results together and create something fantastic. So there was a lot of work we did around alignment and around connection, partnership, starting to share resources, starting to share successes, starting to learn from each other. I mean, we're in 106 countries and territories, and with over 35,000 members. Any issue we ever had, someone would have thought about it, and there was a solution in the network. As long as we function as a real network, and we help each other, and we're with each other, and we support each other. So that's the second part of what we wanted to see as an organization. In terms of how I see ISEC today, I think you guys made a great job of that foundation we set in the achievement process, and a great job of the vision, and a great job of the pioneering efforts that were done before us. And you actually did it even better. So I see an ISEC that works much better, is smarter, has better results than any of us ever had, and is definitely going to achieve ISEC 2010, which I hope you're really proud of. Is the first time in the history of the organization when we actually set for a vision, put the foundation, and drive it to be completed. And I think that's a great, great legacy to leave behind you, and to show as an example to the future ISEC generations. I'm sure that you have your own challenges. I mean, there's always the question of how to make these transformative experiences happen with every person in every location, and maybe even in locations where there's not yet a physical ISEC. But there's smart people and young people that want to make a difference and could, contribute fantastically to the vision of what ISEC wants to do, peace and fulfillment of humankind's potential. So, you have your own challenges, and because you're in such a positive mood and because you're so connected with each other and much more cooperant, much more result-oriented while still being really inspired about a common vision, I think that's the strength you can work on and really make ISEC a global, most powerful, most transformative leadership platform for all the great young minds of the world. And as you all know, that's really needed in the world today. So we're happy to support you through the alumni movement at this point in time. But anyway, ISEC is in your hands, and, do a great job of it. We're here to support you, and you're there to do it in the best way you can do it. I hope you're well. Enjoy IC, and, catch up with you in the virtual world, in the new ISEC conference, or anywhere in the world we might see each other. Have a fantastic time, ISEC. Bye-bye.